The Selfish Podcast acknowledges the traditional owners of the land and waters that this podcast is recorded on.
Are you overwhelmed? Stuck in survival mode? Do you need to focus more on self and be selfish?
Hey beautiful people, it's Chloe and Steph, your hosts of the Selfish Podcast. Join us on our introspective journey as we explore alternative healing treatments.
We're on a mission to soothe our mind, body and soul. What really works? How can we get it together? And what do we need to thrive?
Through deep conversations and personal experiences, we tackle everything from face mapping to breathwork and more.
It's time to prioritise yourself and your well-being. Subscribe now and get ready to put yourself first with the Selfish Podcast.
Hey beautiful people, welcome back to the next episode of the Selfish Podcast. Hey Steph.
Hey Chloe.
How you going?
I'm good, thank you. It's been a pretty full-on week.
We've had a few changes.
Firstly, didn't win Powerball.
Damn it.
I know. Jackpotted to 100 mil. I'd already spent it, and I spent actually quite a long time thinking about what I was going to spend it on.
I love doing that.
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, but yep, didn't win.
Did you get any numbers?
I got a few numbers.
Did you?
Yep, got a few numbers, but
any doubles?
No prizes. Yeah, 22.
Ooh.
22. But yeah, didn't win.
I was speaking to a girlfriend actually yesterday and she must have been in the same one and they spent so much money on this ticket. I don't know if it was like a syndicate kind of thing, but yeah came out with nothing as well.
Yeah, well, the odds are like 1 in 54 million, so...
Right. But there's always a one. Why do we do that? Why do we put ourselves in
I think it's the hope. I think it's the hope. I mean, I used to work in a news agency when I was at uni and so I knew all the odds back to front. And I just thought, you know what, it's nice living. I think I bought my ticket on Monday and I was in a little bubble for a few days thinking, oh yeah, I'm going to be a multimillionaire soon. What am I going to do? And it was just fun. I think it's hope.
It's fun dreaming.
I think, fear and hope are the two overriding emotions in life. And I'm trying to lean more into the hope and the love. I suppose they sort of a bit go hand in hand. So yeah, I was hopeful, but not to be.
Not this time round.
Not to be, maybe next time. And you can see that we've had a little bit of a change of scenery.
We're in a different location, aren't we?
We are. We're in a walk-in wardrobe.
It's really cosy, everyone, and you'll probably see some of our pics and stories coming up of us, perched in this.
But it's quite nice.
You and Huey have done an amazing job.
It was all Hugh. It was all Hugh and a friend.
Shout out to Huey.
Yes. Yeah, and a friend, Justin, who... works in sort of the sound area. So he helped us with a bit of the soundproofing, some makeshift soundproofing. And Huey did a great job, went to Bunnings, got a few different bits and pieces for us.
How do you say it? Derringers?
Oh, Derringers, yeah.
Derringers.
In Adelaide, CBD, helped us out with the equipment.
Yeah. I think the mics are good.
I think they're great.
You've got this cool little set up in front of you there.
Yeah.
What's that called?
That's our audio interface.
Wow.
So, we've got all the gear and zero idea.
No idea.
But you know what? It's fun. We had to move from where we were recording. So, we're out and about and we're doing it. So, we hope you enjoy the episode. I think over the weekend when we were trying to work out what mics and stuff to get, I've never been so interested in looking at, how lots of other podcasts show videos as well. Every single video I was like, what mic have they got? What brand is that?
I was like zooming in.
Yeah, zooming in. What kind of, is that Rode?
It's Shure. We went with the Rode,
We did. We went with the Rode. Yep. So,
so far, so
I hope
good.
you're enjoying the sound.
Yeah. Let us know if it's sounding any different.
Yeah. And I've also got to apologise in advance if I'm making no sense at all because I'm severely sleep deprived.
That is the worst.
Yeah.
There's nothing quite like it.
Yeah. So Freddie's 11 months today, actually.
Today. Happy 11 months.
Happy 11 months. And he was always an okay sleeper. From when he was first born, he was a great sleeper. And then he's been okay. And I think I've got pretty good, I don't think I need heaps of sleep to get by. So it's never really been an issue. Even working full time, it's been fine. But ever since we got COVID, probably about a month and a half ago now, he's just been, waking up every 2 hours. So we made the decision to go to a sleep consultant. So she's a gentle sleep consultant. So, and more power to you, do whatever you want to do, but we didn't want to go down the cried out path or anything like that. So it's about providing a supportive environment for him. So giving him, padding and picking him up when needed and all of that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's been pretty brutal. So I've sort of I kicked you out of the room because I said there's no point both of us being tired.
Definitely not.
And so it's been 4 nights, and like I wake up when I've had like maybe half an hour of sleep and I feel like I want to cry and I feel like I want to vomit. And then I'm like, okay, great. 7 o'clock. I've got full-time work, clocking into that. And it's just, it's been hard. Been really hard.
We did it with Raf, and I remember ours was a little bit of a cry it out kind of method, but still like gentle also, where you could pick them up and pat when needed. But it just takes, there's like extra brain power because you're thinking about this new way of doing something, and then you're not getting the sleep that you need.
No, you've got your battery's not being recharged.
Yeah, it's really challenging.
Yeah.
So I take my hat off to you.
But we'll get through it. So that's just my disclaimer. If I'm saying made up words or, whatever.
We'll be kind to you.
It's that. It's that. But I really do feel like the sleep training is more training the parents in this respect.
100%.
Because we sort of get into a few bad habits and
yep.
But it's been good. We're night 4 and already seen some really positive changes. But then last night a tooth popped through.
Oh,
one of his top teeth.
Another spanner.
So throw that in as well. But we're getting there.
You will get there. You will definitely get there. It's just time.
It's just time. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. One of those little hurdles that you've just got to jump.
Yeah.
You can do it.
Yeah, I just feel a little bit sorry for do I feel sorry for Huey at the moment? Because he is sleeping in another room and getting sleep. So, but the other day he came in, like I finally got Freddie down. It took about an hour in the early hours of the morning, which is always the hardest because I'm tired, he's not as tired. And the door opened of the bedroom and I just growled. I think I got the growl from the breath work we did, and I just said, "Get out." And it was Hugh. I thought it was a dog. And so Hugh was just a bit like, "Oh, thanks.
Huey.
No worries, I won't come in." But then he looked at the app because we log all of the sleep, and then he thought, "Oh, fuck. Yeah, okay, that's been a long night." So he got everything organised, wrote me a little love note, which was nice.
So sweet. So sweet. What's his love language? Huey's.
So Huey's definitely active service.
Me too.
And quality time. So him, working on the studio for us over the weekend and that kind of stuff, that's his love language.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So what's yours? Your active service?
Yeah. I feel like it changes though.
Yeah.
I think that I did it a couple of years ago and that's what it was. And I wonder now if mine could be touch as well. Maybe a combo.
See, mine definitely used to be physical touch and words of affirmation. So there's 5. So there's 5 love languages. So you've got physical touch, words of affirmation, time, acts of service, and gifts.
Yeah. I kind of wish I was gifts.
Because it's interesting. And maybe Hugh and I need to do this again, and maybe you and Adam should do it. But you sort of do this online quiz about what's your love language, because you often want to give love how you receive love.
Totally.
So if you're an acts of service person, you want the services back.
Absolutely.
So Hugh's definitely acts of service. I don't think I'm acts of service. So he'll go and, do that act.
Do things for you.
Yeah. And then I say words back. And he's like, well, your words mean nothing to me.
Right.
I want an act. And I'm like, well, I like your
kind of act?
Give me your words.
It's a constant evolution, isn't it, between couples and kind of working out how to give and receive love in a way that is
in a way that the other person wants it.
Yeah.
Because I could give you all the gifts in the world, but you might say, I don't want, stop giving me gifts, just touch me, baby.
Yeah.
And so he feels like, and I'm not saying that Adam's a gift, but he, that person feels like they've given you so much love and you're actually not even interpreting that as the love.
That.
Yeah.
We did this, so we're going to talk about kinesiology later on today, but I just thought this is links into what we're talking about, love languages. So at the end of my session last week, my beautiful kinesiologist did a tantra showed me something with Tantra. So she's Tantra trained. And
what does Tantra actually mean? What does that word mean?
I don't know what it means.
Yeah,
but everyone thinks about sex, but it's not.
Sex,
it's not all about sex.
Yes.
I think it's about connection ultimately. And so there was something that Adam and I meant to try, and we haven't done it yet. But it's like putting a hand, like my right hand on his heart and his right hand on my heart, and then you put your hand on his hand and you basically say thank you for 3 things that they have done for you in that day. So it's like a gratitude for that person, you know, and then you're meant to kiss at the end of it as well. But the interesting thing was, so I'm acts of service. So when I was practicing with my kinesiologist, I was saying, thank you for picking the kids up from ELC. Like all my 3 things were acts of service that I said thanks for. Yeah. And she is an acts of service as well. So she said 3 things that her husband had done that was acts of service. But she was like, it really just opens you up because you start to then think about how you can thank your lover.
Yes.
In a way that will speak to them.
Yes.
Yeah. So I was speaking from how I receive love, but him being touched, like maybe I need to think about like, thank you for giving me that hug in the morning. Yeah. Or instead of saying thank you for making a coffee for me in the morning. Even though that to me is so beautiful. Yeah. But I'm going to speak more directly to him if I'm using his love language.
Yes. Yeah. So I think that is a tip for everyone out there. We're going to put a link to like a love language quiz or something in the show notes. And some people just know it instinctively, but I think it's also interesting because I feel like mine may have changed, but I'm not really sure.
I'm going to go back and do it as well.
Yeah, let's report back.
And
episode.
See if we're the same or different. Yeah. Or maybe I think you can be like a combo.
Yeah. But with the whole tantric thing, I remember Sting and Judy Styler, his wife, are very into the tantra. And yet often it's not even about the physical. It's not about the sex act. It's about that connection and about that intimacy.
Yeah. We didn't dive into it too much, but this was like one activity that you're meant to do before bed. But then she also said that there's another like act that you do in the morning. But it's just about actually connecting and saying thank you for the things that you do for me.
Yeah, and I think connection's tough. I feel like we don't have much. I feel like you and I don't have much connection at the moment because we're just both just trying to survive.
Well, and you're going through sleep training.
Like exactly. That's what I mean. And a teething baby and both working full time. I mean, it's a lot.
It's much.
It's a lot. Throw the podcast in. Throw a few other things in.
The juggle is
We've got to plan his first birthday. Got to throw that in too. That'll be fun. Fun. I think that's a really good reminder.
It is, definitely. And it's all seasons, isn't it? Sometimes your connection is going to be stronger. Other times not so much. Yep. And I think sometimes I just need that reminder too that it's okay. You know?
Oh, absolutely.
Not everything is going to be peachy.
No.
All the time.
No. Yeah, I feel like I'm definitely, the last week has been like just trying to keep my head above water. Kind of week, and you know what, that's okay and that's life. And
we can keep moving on.
Yeah, before the pod I had a little bit of a and Chloe, I really appreciated what we did before we came into the studio.
Me too.
Which was, I was having a bit of a whinge and we both had a beautiful scream.
It was so good. It was like it changed the energy.
I totally changed the energy.
Didn't it?
It just wiped out
the
all
negativity.
Of that stuff that we were talking about and just wiped out the unwelcome feelings. And because I was feeling a bit, as I said before, I woke up wanting to cry and vomit. It didn't really change because I felt so tired. So it was just like shake it off. It was shaking it off.
Shaking it off and screaming.
And screaming. And not just like a half-hearted scream.
No.
Like a full-on.
It was a full tummy.
Yeah, vibrating everywhere.
Yes. My coach has told me actually to do it because obviously you can't like just scream all the time. Well, you could.
In your car. I've done it in my car quite a few times.
Have you?
Yeah.
I haven't done that.
Yeah.
Well, she says to scream into a pillow.
Okay.
Makes sense because it muffles
Just
the
don't
sound.
have any lip gloss on.
No, because then you'll stick to it.
To wash the pillowcase. Speaking of that, how often do you wash your pillowcases? So I was reading some study the other night because that's the thing. I've had a lot of time to do nighttime reading, which is probably not good for getting back to sleep.
Probably not great for you know.
Oh, the whole submarine thing, the Titan submarine, that was happening just as we were doing the sleep training. So I was on bbc.com refreshing every hour to see. That really stuck in my psyche, gave me a lot of anxiety. Thinking about them being trapped under the water. But anyway, sorry, go back.
I just have to tell you, everyone, that I don't really watch the news. So I seem naive, but I've got a reason. I've got a reason because it's always so negative. Yeah. And I'm just like, I can't be fucked thinking about all this negativity in the world. I know that's really horrible, and my heart goes out, like it probably sounds that I'm...
No, it doesn't.
It's
No,
just
you're protecting yourself.
my own, my happiness.
I would happily, when I was on parental leave, I didn't watch the news, but for my job, because I work across Asia Pacific, every meeting that I'm in, we talk about what's going on. I sort of feel like I have to know what's going on in all of the countries and territories that I cover. So normally I would prefer not to. But anyway, this story really sort of drilled into my brain, and it just sort of rattled me a bit.
Absolutely horrible. It's horrific.
I was just thinking about if I was stuck in that submersible down so low and thinking about them dying. And I was also thinking about like what their family was going through because of being in that space. When I hear about things like this, I was just thinking, oh my God, the poor.
In the waiting game.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on. Anyway, no. So we were talking about pillowcases.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So how often would you change your sheets?
We try and do
and
weekly, but sometimes it's not weekly.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty
I'm
good.
pretty happy with that.
Yeah.
I quite like...
I don't do weekly.
Clean linen.
Yeah.
I don't know, because we spend so long in bed.
No, we should. No, absolutely.
It's actually gross. I haven't thought about this, like 8 times 7... 56. Is that right?
I don't know.
Oh, God, please don't.
I don't have a calculator.
Shit. I was just going through like the times.
Well, 7 times 7 is 49. I know that one.
Me too.
So 56.
Okay, I got it right. Yes. Yeah, that's a lot of time in bed per week, isn't it?
On those pillows.
So fortnightly, that's like 100 and something hours.
Yeah, so we probably do it more closely to fortnightly.
Yeah. So what are you thinking? Are you going to change it up, or that's just
I can't be
doable
bothered.
for you?
I can't be fucked.
Yeah.
I would love to.
What was the study?
Oh, it was talking about how filthy we all are and that we should change our pillowcase like every 2 days.
Every 2 days?
Yeah.
Okay,
but I'm not doing that.
Not really achievable.
I've got a number of pillows on the bed, so I can sort of go one side, then the other side of that first pillow, then the second pillow. I could always do that, but I'm not going to.
You could flip it over.
Yeah, I know it's disgusting, but I'm just not going to do it.
No.
I don't have time. I don't have. It's winter. It's cold.
Yeah.
No, too hard basket.
But very interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting. And you know what, though? Back to your thing about the news, sometimes it's better just not to read these things.
Sometimes.
It's better to be misinformed. Or, no, you know what? Not misinformed, uninformed.
Uninformed.
And
that's right.
And that's like when we do all of our stuff, we don't research what we're doing.
No.
Yeah.
Meaning talking
we don't know
about
anything.
The modalities. Yeah. We just go with what we've experienced.
Yeah. Exactly. And you know what? If you really want to know what it really is, then Google it yourself.
Exactly.
Oh, so what's the moon doing? Is that going to...
So this week we've got a full moon coming up on the 3rd of July, and it's in Capricorn. And Capricorn is steady, determined and hardworking.
Okay.
Woo-hoo.
I think... No, I don't. I was going to say I think I've got Capricorn in my rising or my whatever, but I don't think I do.
I don't have Capricorn.
I actually don't know what they are. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not really in my chart very much, I don't think. I can't even remember what house it's in. But I do have something, a little mantra that you could potentially say for this full moon. So it's, I redefine what success means to me and envision myself reaching my goals. So I think that speaks to like the hardworking kind of.
Yeah, I redefine what success means to me and envision myself reaching my goals. I like that.
Me too.
I like that. Do you know what that reminds me of?
What?
Is and like, you know how we were saying before about how we were screaming and changing the energy. Oh, one thing we haven't done is sage our space. Should we just do that now?
Yeah, we'll do that now.
So I've got a lighter. I've got a sage stick. We are in a small walk-in wardrobe, but that's okay.
I love it.
So what mantra do we want to say? Like, do you, when you sage stuff, do you normally say something? I normally say like,
what do you say?
Bring in the good energy or whatever.
Oh, I love the smell of this. So good.
All of our clothes are going to stink. Sorry, Huey.
I love it.
Yeah, me too. So what do we say?
I welcome in the good energy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something
welcome
like that.
in the good energy and, you know.
Support my words to flow easily.
I like that.
On that note, I'm going to draw a card for this week.
Do you want to blow that out? We're done? Okay.
All right. Okay, we've got My Beautiful Tarot. What's this one? Lucid Dreams Tarot from Saint Solel. think it's called.
Well, we haven't done this one for a while, have we?
No, but it's so beautiful. I just love the gold foiling. I think this one was speaking to me. Why do I always pull them upside down?
Okay, so 3 of cups. And you often quite pull the cups.
Do I?
You often quite pull the cups. Yeah, you often pull the cups.
Okay. I don't know if we like this one.
All right, we can pull another one.
Should I do another one?
Let's see what it says. Let's see what it says. What number is it? Let me look it up.
Over partying. Well, yeah, I went out last night. I shouldn't have done that. No support.
How many cups? 3 cups.
3 of cups. Solitude, being forced to conform, lack of time for others. Interesting.
So then, do you want me to read what the notes say? It's quite different. So the notes say love, friendship turning to romance, social gatherings leading to romance, career, planning a celebration at work, happy and joyous office environment, finance, spending on social life, tick, financial stability, reaching financial milestones. Nah. Let's try another one. Does that at all resonate with you?
Yeah, I think that's okay.
Okay.
I guess Cancer season 2 is about home life.
Well, the zodiac is Cancer
and
for that one.
And it's Cancer. So
the element is water, planetary ruler is Mercury, and numerology is 3. And the 3 of Cups is about spending quality time with people you cherish in your life.
Well, that's exactly what
lovely,
Cancer season
isn't
is.
it?
Yeah.
So it says that the overarching piece is the 3 of Cups is all about social life and celebrations. There are feelings of beauty, growth, compassion, and happiness being shared. Oh, that's lovely.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Okay, maybe we do like that one.
Okay, we like this
Okay,
card.
we like it.
Okay, go with that, fellow friends.
I just realised I had a lottery ticket in the Saturday as well. I went a bit crazy after the Powerball. I haven't even checked it yet. I could be. I could have won.
You might be a multi-millionaire.
Yeah. Well, I'll still be back next week. I said I'll keep doing the podcast even if I win.
Okay, well, that's good.
We might just upgrade the studio.
We might be able to move somewhere else. Okay,
I love that. Okay, that's good.
Beautiful.
That's good.
3 of Cups. Okay. All right, what are we chatting about this week? Well, I'm doing the talking, aren't I?
Yeah, well, this week is about kinesiology. And what's kinesiology, you say? So whenever we've talked about kinesiology in the past, I always get confused with that Scientology thing that they do.
Oh, really?
Which is called Dianetics. And someone was telling me they got kinesiology. This was, pre-podcast. This was a few months ago.
Yeah.
Or 6 months ago. Could have been a year ago. Who knows? It was a while ago. And I thought that they were a Scientologist telling me about Dianetics. Anyway, it's not.
It's not.
And if you want to do that, do what you want to do. But kinesiology is natural therapy that uses muscle reflex testing to tap into the subconscious mind to identify and clear stress. In kinesiology, they use the triad of health, which addresses the physical, mental, emotional and spiritual aspects of ourselves using the principles of TCM, traditional Chinese medicine, which we love, as well as other natural remedies to determine what the body needs to bring it back to its innate state of balance. The practice of kinesiology will guide you to find your own unique balance. And it's always about that energy. So everything is energy. And in kinesiology, we are working with energy, raising vibration. So similar to Reiki in that sense, because that's about raising the vibration, bringing up the vibrations. And it helps to correct energy imbalance and using gentle, natural remedies as a tool to balance the body.
Beautiful. It's a gorgeous description.
So tell us about your experience. So when did you do it? Why did you do it?
Okay, so I've had two sessions so far. So this was maybe a month ago I had my first, and then just last week I had my second. So I've gone 3.5 weeks around about in between.
Okay.
And I actually feel like this is going to be an ongoing treatment for me. It really resonates with me.
So your treatment toolkit.
Yeah, it's one that's going to be ongoing, I reckon.
I love it.
Yeah. Maybe not. I mean, I think for me, you know how we've been doing this and we're trialing many different things, and Steph and I have been discussing what we probably need to share, how often do we do things and whether things will continue or not. And I feel like this is one that's going to continue, and I feel like monthly could be a good time frame for me. So both sessions, you kind of beautiful space again, gorgeous practitioner, very grounded, warm, all the beautiful things that you want in a healer, I guess. And so, yeah, gorgeous space. Again, you're laying down.
Yeah, so what are you wearing?
Wearing just my...
Like loose clothing?
No, just like jeans and just my normal day wear.
Get up?
Yeah. Probably not like a suit.
Yeah.
Take your shoes off. So it's shoes off. Have a little pot of tea when you enter, and then you lay down on the bed. And so it's this muscle testing, which is interesting.
Yes.
So she was talking about there's different muscles that obviously you can test. We've got like so many muscles in our body.
Great statement.
But she uses the arm, I can't remember what it's called, I don't know, the arm muscle, right?
Yeah.
So you're laying down.
So whereabouts in your arm?
So you're laying down, but your arm will be sitting upright with a maybe a 45 kind of degree angle, I guess.
Gotcha.
And so then you flick your wrist down, and the therapist is pushing down on your
wrist.
On your wrist. So basically, she's pushing down on your wrist. And so muscle reflex testing, this is what the practitioner has told me, is like basically a way to override our conscious mind and tap into the subconscious realms. So our body, as you know, holds score, and it holds all of the information within us. So basically we are using our body to inform us about different limiting beliefs or patterns that we continue to repeat.
Yes. A little bit of history repeating.
Love that. So, you kind of like just applying this gentle pressure. So this gentle pressure, the subconscious, is accessed through nerve pathways, which have a direct correlation to memories and experiences. So, these limiting beliefs keep us stuck in those cycles and patterns that we keep repeating, but are no longer really serving our highest good. So we need to kind of get out of those cycling patterns. So it's kind of enables this dialogue, I guess, between your mind and your body to find answers to help you with your healing.
Yeah, and just bypass.
Yeah.
Bypass the brain, which I think it's the key, isn't it?
Yeah, because our mind just makes up all these stories, and then we just go around and around in circles.
Well, and it makes up stories based on the past.
Yes,
you know, so it's based on good intention.
Yeah,
I remember
it's keeping us safe.
Yeah, exactly. I remember
trying to.
Just a quick segue. Is that so? When I was pregnancy with Freddie, I saw a lot of people to help support me through that, and they said, "Steph, your brain is doing what it's meant to do. It's last time this happened, this, we went down this path which didn't end well. So your brain is constantly telling you, okay, danger, 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 danger. And it's doing everything it should do, but it's wrong.
Yes.
And so this is...
There's not a tiger that's about to eat us just in that room there, So it is doing something helpful, but in not a sense for that fight or flight.
We just need to thank it and tell it to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that's right. So this is why it's
amazing.
It's wild, actually. So
I need to go.
She'll just be asking questions. Like she could ask you something about like food or whatever, and if you like, your body will just tell you if it's something that you. Yeah, it's like kind of like the hand on a buzzer. Like it just flops down. You have no control over. It is wild.
Did you want to did you feel like you were over, did you sort of think you were holding
No, you can't
it?
even I don't even know how to explain it.
Because sometimes you're getting your nails done and they're like, relax your fingers and it's hard to relax them.
Yeah. I guess I actually don't have control over it. Your arm is in this position. I guess it's in a position for a reason, and then it's applied the pressure, and it's just anything that, it just like your hand just flops down. It's weird. So weird. Yeah. So the first appointment, our primary goal was to balance. I was quite stressed, I was in that fight or flight. And we talked a lot about relationships and bringing more playfulness and fun back into relationships. So she also does stuff with meridians and clearing the meridians within your body. And so I have this cyst on my tummy, and so I showed her that and we talked about that, and it was really interesting. So it's on my stomach meridian channel, this cyst. And so we talked about clearing that, and it's all to do with relationships and like just weird shit that's just like, why is that cyst there?
Why is that there? Yeah.
I got it just after Val was born. I've had it cut out. It's come back. But she's just like, just give it love. It's okay. It's bundled it, some toxicity up in a nice little pocket, and it's just sitting there, and it will probably disperse at some point in time.
Yes.
But yeah, just like really interesting stuff. So there's so much to it. And we're going to dive into more of that, talk about the system, working that out in sessions to come. But yeah, we use flower essence drops under the tongue. So she gave me mountain devil flower essence and lavender oil. So that was just helping me relax and stay in a calm, peaceful kind of state. So, but she tests all of this.
Yeah.
So she'll be looking at, say, all of the essences.
Yep.
And pushing. And so when my hand goes down, that's the one. Yeah. So it's so weird.
And so you did all of this. Was this all in the first session, or is this something that you've built up to?
Yeah,
okay.
First session. She covers so much stuff. She put yellow glasses on me.
Well, you're just like, what the fuck are we
doing? It is a bit wild.
Yeah.
These different remedies. So they call them like, they use different remedies to help kind of bring your body back into balance, I guess. So yeah, we used colour therapy. So using the glasses, the different colour glasses. She uses crystals. So I think I had to hold a yellow crystal to start with for the first session, and then it was blue for the second. So just like really interesting stuff. But I think what gets me is it's very holistic. There's so much to it. I'm super calm when I'm in there. I have come out and I'm clearer. So I can feel the benefits whilst I'm in there, but also after. And it's like an hour session. It's just really interesting. I also had like this rash on my left hand, like my ring finger that was coming up. And so she tested on that. And she was like, it's nothing to do with the relationship side of things, which was really good to know. She said, it's actually to do with the metals. So she's like, your body's telling me that you shouldn't wear your rings for 4 months. But then I went.
You're wearing them now.
I know, but then I went back and my body's cleared it. And now my body says it's okay to wear the rings.
Oh, that's awesome. The rings are back.
The rings are back. I don't know. It's kind of wild. The second one was really, we all know, like, I can be a crier. I've shared this a lot, but in my second appointment, my throat chakra was blocked. And we did some testing. She does age bracket testing as well. So she can go back in time to see when your body put up a mask and protected you. So I went back to when I was 7 months old in this session.
Oh my goodness.
Just gone. And what we were talking about was peace and passion.
Yep.
I was like, I want to feel more peace and passion in my life and allow creativity to come through, because I feel like that's been a bit stagnant for me in a little while. Not from this podcast side of things, but because I feel like this is creative.
Yeah, we're creating. We're creating and we're creative.
Putting stuff out there, but in other areas of my life. And so, we kind of found out that back when I was 7 months old, for some reason, I blocked passion and peace.
Okay.
Yeah. Crazy, huh?
It is. But I do love that this just bypasses the brain and just goes straight to the subconscious. And
totally. And it's released now, because then she can, we did the blue glasses this time. We did a blue crystal and, she checks for your, like, all over your body as well. Your universal energy, so how much you're allowing in and what you're manifesting. So when I started the session, we were at 53%, and then by the time we'd finish and she'd unblock stuff, I was at 97%.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Have you been a natural manifester, do you think?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, because I listened to all the stuff and I think I've been doing that my whole life.
Yeah.
I've always done that.
I think it comes down to maybe mindset.
Yeah.
A lot of the time. Like, if you have that positive kind of mindset on most things, then that's what you will attract into your life.
Yeah. And just sort of, just thinking it will work out.
Yeah. It'll all be okay.
Yeah.
Having trust in that. I think it's the trust. So Yeah, it was really interesting. It's been so interesting and there's so much to it, but it's just such a beautiful space to be in. And I think to trust your body, it will take you when you need to go. You can clear things that have been holding you back that you may not have been aware of.
I didn't realise that you cover so many different things in one session.
So many things. So after as well, you get a text message or an email just to kind of an overview of what you should focus on. And you often have an intention. So my intention is I am peace, feeling passion for the next little while. And there's like suggestions about potentially the crystal that you might want to get. So mine was aquamarine. And it's all about holding the vibration, holding that energy in that higher vibrational space.
State.
Yep. So that then you can attract more and be more light, I guess, maybe. So it's been wonderful and
very cool.
Yeah, so much to it, I think.
Cool. So you go monthly?
I'll go monthly.
How did you find her?
Oh, she's just so peaceful.
Oh, no, how did you find her?
How did I find her? Yeah, word of mouth. And once again,
Are there any accreditations or anything or any red flags that people should look out for?
I didn't look into that.
We'll pop it in the show notes if there is. We can just pop it in there.
Yeah, she's got a huge amount of accreditations to her name. She actually teaches it as well. So she teaches kinesiology to others. But, yeah, I'm guessing that there would be some kind of, I don't know, something that you could look
Association
up.
of kinesiology. Yeah. But you reckon word of mouth?
I think word of mouth. Well,
with
that
everything.
works for me.
Yeah.
That works for me.
Yeah. And if you don't have the words to put in someone's ears that you know, then I think back to the crystal healing shop, yoga. Like, do you think tapping into one of those other things?
Absolutely, yeah.
Tapping into those communities?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Jumping on Facebook groups or whatever to find someone who is recommended in the local area.
Yeah, awesome. Anything else you wanted to share about kinesiology?
No, it's just, there's so much to it. There's so many layers, remedies to clear and help you sit in that higher vibrational state.
Yeah, and that makes sense because we've got so many different layers and things to clear. So it's not going to be a one-size-fits-all for everything.
Totally not. And I think that even just, going the couple of times, there's been things that are similar from the 2 appointments, but then a lot of differences too. And I don't know, there's always onion layers, isn't there? There's so many things that we can pull back. But whether, I was chatting to another friend about this, like, do we all need to always go on a healing journey? Can we just be happy with ourselves and not heal more? What do you think about that?
I think that's interesting because I think, I think for me, I will need to always put effort into this side of things.
Yeah.
And the other week I was sort of like, fuck this. I'm so sick of doing all of this stuff. It's draining. Why do I have to self-reflect and why do I have to try? I just wanted to put my head in the sand because it feels like it's another full-time job on top of everything else that I'm doing. I just wanted to sort of throw everything out and go, why can't I just be normal like everyone else and not do it? But I feel like if I don't, then it's actually I'm the one who's being impacted by it. My relationships are being impacted by it.
Yeah.
My son will be kids will be impacted by it. So I feel like it's not a negotiable for me at this stage in my life, just with where I am. I feel like I need that support and that's what I feel like it is. I feel like all of these different people that I see hold distinct spaces for me to be able to process or to be able to, whether it's my talk therapy processing it, whether it's my body processing it. So for me, just because I do have still a lot of things to work through, I think I must do it.
I actually love doing it too. I feel like even though, I don't come from such a traumatic experience as you do, Steph, I think for me it's about unlocking different parts from maybe the past me or other lives before mine or family lineage or whatever it is, And yeah, it is work, isn't it? You know, it's not, as you say, it is sometimes can be tiring and, you know, but I think that putting in the time will make us more self-aware and then therefore have a greater impact on ourselves and others.
And we're all just imperfect people trying to get through this life. And I think I haven't talked much about the psychotherapy that I've been doing, but that's been weekly. So I've been doing that for a few months now. And I mean, it's just a really safe space to reflect on how I've responded to situations or why I'm thinking like that. It's actually quite interesting to take that time and go, okay, why am I responding this way? And then maybe unpacking that a little bit more and being conscious and being curious about that emotion or that interaction. And then that does allow you to go, okay, well, I was coming from a place of fear or I was coming from a place of this or that. And then next time you can do better. Yeah.
It's the unconscious, bringing it to the conscious to then be able to change.
Yeah. If we are better, we can do better.
I like that. Beautiful. If we are better, we can do better.
Yeah, and I think we're all, as I said, we're all just imperfect souls trying to learn and trying to evolve.
Yeah.
And I personally think everyone should be in therapy. I think every couple should have a couples counsellor or relationship counsellor. And I think we all need to spend a little bit more time on ourselves and be a bit selfish.
Love it. Beautiful end note.
So we've done something new lately, haven't we? We've got a Facebook page. If people would like to pop on.
Yeah, come join us. In the group.
We talk all things modalities.
Yeah, we'll just add a bit more information in there. We're hoping that it will create a space for our beautiful listeners to be able to chat to each other and ask questions and recommend different modalities that have helped them. So yeah, we'll put that in the show notes as well, and we'd hope that you can come and join us.
Yes, please.
Yay.
And are we going to end on a little meditation or?
Sure.
Do you want to lead it? Do you want me to do it?
I haven't thought about. Oh gosh, we're just all over the place.
Or maybe it's even
today.
Taking this tantric piece and giving everyone a bit of homework.
Yeah.
So go home.
Right hand on your beloved's chest or heart, and then your hand. Do you want to do it? I'll do it on you.
Yeah.
Okay,
right
so
hand.
Like that, and then you then put your hand over. Yeah. And then you tell each other 3 things. And the other thing is that you're not allowed to say anything. So I have to give
you've got to accept.
You've got to accept. You've got to receive it.
Okay. Now, what if I'm at home on my own?
Well, I think it would be about giving yourself gratitude. So hand on your heart. I'd be doing my right hand on my heart, left hand on top, and saying thank you for 3 things that you have received today.
Thank you for sharing.
I feel like I was a little bit muddled in that.
Not at all. And this is actually interesting because this is something we often walk away from our recordings and go, I was making no sense. I think that's because we have bypassed our head and we go straight to our heart when we share our experiences.
Yeah.
So
true.
You sounded great.
Okay.
No, you sounded great.
Thank you. I'll receive that.
Yeah. So thank you for sharing. And thank you for being so honest and open and just, speaking from that heart space.
Thank you. Thank you to everyone for listening.
Thank you for listening.
And we'll see you next week.
We will
from
see
our
you
little.
next week.
I feel like we're Harry Potter.
I know. We're a little cupboard up the stairs.
Up the stairs. We're up the stairs, not under.
I like it though. I like it.
I look forward to chatting next week.
Yeah. All right. See you guys next week.
Bye. Bye.